Caring for someone with dementia is one of the toughest journeys, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Allison Schreier, and my experience caring for my husband inspired me to create Zinnia, a therapeutic streaming service designed to support people living with dementia and reduce caregiver stress. Our research-backed videos are engaging, easy to follow, and they help ease the daily challenges like agitation and anxiety so that you can focus on connection and joy. Available by subscription on mobile and TV apps, Zinnia makes every day a little bit easier. Go to zinniatv.com and sign up for a free trial today. Use the code RESOURCE for 15% off an annual Zinnia subscription.
This is Next Steps for Seniors with your host, Wendy Jones. Each week, Wendy brings resources and information to help guide you through those next steps with elderly parents and loved ones. If you have questions or topic suggestions, you can call us at 248-651-5010. This is Next Steps for Seniors with your host, Wendy Jones. Each week, Wendy brings resources and information to help guide you through those next steps with elderly parents and loved ones. If you have questions or topic suggestions, you can call us at 248-651-5010.
Hello, and welcome to Next Steps for Seniors Conversations on Aging. I'm your host, Wendy Jones, and as you all know, I love bringing information to people as they age. Why? Because it happens to everybody. We would all love to sit there and say, you know what? I'm not going to get old someday, but we all do. And things get a little harder. They're a little more challenging as we age. And we might get overwhelmed maybe a little quicker than we normally would have. But as we age, we need to know that there are resources and there are people that we can lean on during times that we need them. And an example of that is moving. Because as we age, we might have had a big old house. We might have had a little tiny house. It doesn't even matter. But if there's stairs, if there's a basement, if there's a garage that has steps going up, there's so many different things that may not work as you age. And you're going to need to make a transition. And that's why today, we are talking about that home buying process, right sizing or downsizing, however you want to call it, simplifying your life for safety. And that's why our guest today is Christina Gennari. She's with Keller Williams and here in Michigan, but nationwide, actually worldwide. Let me go back, right? Christina, you can go anywhere and help people with real estate. Yes. Because it can be overwhelming and you need to pull resources in. Don't try to do this alone, listeners, because it's really important to wrap your arms around an expert and let them help you with the process. And that's why Christina is with us today, because it can be overwhelming and you're not alone. So, hi, Christina. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks. How are you?
I'm so glad you're with us. You are so knowledgeable in the industry. You know what things need to happen and when they need to happen. And we're blessed to have you because it can be overwhelming for any senior, for anybody, really, no matter what age you are.
They rate it as one of the most stressful things to do in life is moving.
And add to that, maybe not having the funds to do it appropriately, right? I mean, we'd all like to hire moving companies. We'd all like to have estate sales. We'd all like to have all this stuff done for us. And sometimes we don't have the funds to do it.
It can be expensive.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the real estate process. How does that work? What does your company do at Keller Williams? You are, by the way, let me just remind everybody, top 1% in the nation. Right here. This is who we're talking to. So you're doing things differently that other real estate agents are not doing. So share with us your process and how you navigate that with our families.
Sure. I've been doing it a long time, over half my life, and I have a wonderful network and referral base. So I'm always so thankful that I'm blessed with my clients. But typically clients will call anywhere from a week before they want to sell the house to many years to start planning ahead. It's great if we have a little bit of time, which maybe is just more than a week, but we could have meetings. Often I will meet with people and their families or the person that would be managing their estate when they're transitioning to the next place. And we'll put together a plan and also potentially things that would be a good idea to fix at the home or make touch-ups prior to listing so that they can really maximize the value. Your house is typically the biggest investment that you have. So it's my job to help you make the most money.
Right, right. Which everybody wants, right? We always want to buy low and sell high in the perfect scenario, right?
Yes.
So what would you say? I mean, there's a lot of different things that we can be doing financially, but tell me a little bit of your experience on reverse mortgages, because I've heard people talking about that recently.
Reverse mortgages are a really interesting tool. They serve their purpose, definitely, because you may have a home that you've been in a long time that can now serve you as a bank account where you can live off your equity and have monthly income that you might not otherwise be able to access. So they're a great tool. But when we are selling your house, we really need to get in front of that reverse mortgage company ahead of time, because we've had several clients have issues getting their payoffs in a timely manner from the reverse mortgage company. And I hate to say it, but I think it's because they want to collect their next payment. They don't want you to sell the house. They want to keep taking money. And we want you to be able to end that as soon as you're ready.
Isn't that interesting? How long does it usually take to get your funds after?
So
What is the normal?
Yeah, so you'll get your funds immediately after closing. So once we've completed the process of selling your home and everyone signs for the buyer and seller, you'll have your funds typically within 24 hours or immediately. But through the process, we need that mortgage company, your reverse mortgage company, to give us their payoff amount and some documents. And we've had several reverse mortgage companies give us a really hard time.
Wow, that's so interesting. So not many people look at the back end of a reverse mortgage. They're only looking at the front end of a reverse mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a challenge. There's quite a few seniors actually, because let me just add, as we age, we get so much money from Social Security and pension, and we've got so much set aside. But the older we get, we're spending all that money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now when you've been retired for 25 years and you haven't been working, you've got no income coming in, the next best thing to do is, where do I get income? From my assets. And your largest one, like you mentioned, is usually the house.
Exactly.
That's a very common thing. Interesting. And one of the tips I wanted to share too with people is, and this is a true story. When you're looking for a home, depending on your age, just really paying attention, right, Christina, of what your ailments are currently, because 9 times out of 10, we're not going to get better. We're probably going to end up getting worse. So you've got to be realistic in your expectations of what you're looking for in a home.
Definitely. If you have an achy knee now that might need a replacement in a few years, but then even after the replacement, it doesn't last forever. So we just want to make sure you're going to be active and mobile and be able to use your house in its best way.
Do you see a lot of homes where they have like a mother-in-law suite or something built on to the home for their elderly parents?
So those are really becoming more popular, where there's more options for those, and in-law suites, mother-in-law suites, lots of different options where the homes that have those features are doing really, really well in the market.
Interesting. Does anybody convert their garage? I'm just curious. I've thought of it 1,000 times.
Yeah, sometimes it could be a garage. It could be an addition off the house, another portion of the house that's repurposed. And also, in addition to our in-laws or seniors that are in our life, also there's more adult children that have special needs that need to stay with their parents for the parents' life. So that gives a lot of people the option of independent living, but still being in the close family community.
Fantastic. Good information. Is there anything else you can think of that would be helpful for our seniors and families to know when looking or purchasing a home? I do know one quick other thing. Sometimes they have grant bars and they have things already in the home, but if they aren't there, you can add, those are add-ons, right? We can always put in something for safety for our seniors.
Oh yeah, get that fancy walk-in tub, the fancy I've seen on TV tub.
Right.
There's those. Yep, definitely.
There's things we can do for you. So Thank you so much, Christina, for being with us. Can you share your website and information really quick with our listeners? That would be fantastic.
Sure. My phone number is 248-550-4788. And my website is soldchristina.com.
All right. Well, we're thankful for you, your knowledge, and I highly recommend, Christina, She is very knowledgeable and she's in the top 1%, which proves everything in and of itself. Thank you for tuning in to Next Steps for Seniors Conversations on Aging.
Caring for someone with dementia is one of the toughest journeys, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Allison Schreier, and my experience caring for my husband inspired me to create Zinnia, a therapeutic streaming service designed to support people living with dementia and reduce caregiver stress. Zinnia offers research-backed videos intentionally created for people with dementia, engaging, calming, and easy to follow. Whether you need to ease agitation, create moments of joy, or make daily routines smoother, Zinnia is here to help. Family and professional caregivers use our content to turn challenges into opportunities for connection. Accessible by subscription on mobile devices and connected TVs, Zinnia is simple to use whenever you need it. Because when caregiving feels easier, life feels better. Go to zinniatv.com and sign up for a free trial today. Use the code RESOURCE for 15% off an annual Zinnia subscription.